Welcome back, my intrepid, time-traveling warriors, to the final episode of the Zenith Guard Unfair Difficulty Guide. It's the Volcanic Hive, and we've got our upgraded defense mech, laser mech, and a barely upgraded charge mech. But the charge mech doesn't need any help because it's got the man, the goat, the legend, Harold Schmidt. We got Henry in that laser mech with a big ol' ice generator ready to rock and roll. And Rosie Rivets with the shields and a push beam. So, again, on the very first part of the final mission, your options for deployment are pretty limited. We won't know where the grid lands until we see it. We've got a crab leader and a hornet leader, as well as a scarab, a hornet, a beetle, and a blobber. The grid cluster in the southwest, that's kind of an unfortunate seed. I traditionally have to give up some of the grid health, because there are, I think, distinct map seeds with the final mission varieties. It's just kind of, they're not all the same. So I'm checking out my options here. The first turn is often the most important. It can kind of determine the momentum of the rest of the mission. So with that in mind, using the ice generator right off the bat is often a good decision. We just have to deal with the hornet and the blobber bomb up there. But I think if I just push the hornet would destroy the blobber bomb for me. And I can freeze the rest of the enemies. And we won't have to worry about them, hopefully, for a while. It would be nice, though, to get somebody blocking that spawn. I think Harold's a likely choice for the job. There we go. So get that push. Friendly fire will solve the blobber bomb. We can freeze everything else, and the ice will break Harold out of the ice. So on this next turn, we'll be functionally at a 1v2. I like to try and put the VEC numbers first when I do my little naming convention. And keep that hornet from breaking the ice. We've got to scoot Henry. We don't want him to be destroyed. So the next turn will be a 3v3. But it's the penultimate turn. So as long as we can kind of keep things locked down, we should be in good shape. Get another beetle, and the Scion Tyrant emerges. With only one legitimate threat to the grid. And I think, honestly, we might just want to leave the Scion Tyrant alone. We can withstand the chip damage. It looks like I take the shot anyway. So we'll still be at a 3v3. 2 beetles and that pesky hornet that we've just been pushing around the whole time. But it's interesting, Rosie never had an occasion to use the shield projector so far. So looks like we're in, honestly, pretty fine shape here. That Hornet is the only actual problem. That's easy to solve. And we can just ignore that beetle that's on fire. It'll just hit some ice and who cares. I do enjoy not taking any grid damage on the first half of the final mission. It's a good position to be in. I think the irony is that, you know, for all the trouble I had on this run, I still got all 4 perfect island rewards, and, if memory serves, like minor spoiler alert, I think I might actually take no grid damage on this final mission at all. But I could be wrong. We also get a little bit of luck here. If the second half of the final mission shows 7 Vec on the board, then the 7th Vec that is closest to your mechs will get crushed by the Renfield bomb. So, kind of by the grace of RNG, we automatically lose our second leader Vec, and no other leaders will spawn. So we have kind of a minor advantage here. We've only got 1 leader to deal with, which is nice. It's a leader beetle. We've also got 2 crabs, a regular alpha beetle, a scarab, and a firefly for our 6v3. And I see that I can do 2 really nice things here with the ice generator. I can freeze a bunch of Vec, I can protect the Renfield bomb, I can get Henry broken out of the ice with the Vec spawn, and on the next turn, that spawn will be consumed by the tentacles that appear. But before I do that, I decide to do shielding. That's interesting. I think I wanted a more advantageous freeze. So I'm just weighing all of my options. I think that's the optimal one. Because the only ones left unfrozen will be the 2 crabs. But they are not really doing any damage, and we've got the Renfield bomb shielded. So on the next turn, we'll be at a 2v3, and one of the spawns will get consumed by the tentacles, which is really nice. And once again, that ice generator value. We don't really have to worry about the grid right now. We just have to try and defend the Renfield bomb. So we can push that scarab to its demise. Or crab, rather. But that leaves the Renfield bomb in harm's way. So I use a reset. Looks like I'm going to go for a scoot with Henry. Great. So everything's safe. We'll lose a alpha crab. Rosie levels up. And for the next turn, the penultimate turn, we'll be at a 2v3, and we get the Scion Tyrant, which is nice. We really don't have to worry about it too bad. We are doing really well on health, so we can tank the chip damage if need be. The crab is more concerned with freeing its beetle friends. We can kill that tyrant. freeing the Scarab doesn't matter because it's doomed. Ah, that's cheeky. I can just get all these shielded, so the crab's efforts will be for naught. So our final turn will be a comfortable 2v3. And that is probably GG, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, Ice Generator, fantastic weapon. It's a big help to squads that have otherwise serious, fundamental problems with the specifics of unfair difficulty. We really can just press, next turn, and the game will be over. It's fine. Instead, I go for a no damage. A little bit of a flex. Even shielding those Vec doesn't matter because we are in the clear. Well done, Zenith Guard. We had some problems, we had some struggles, but perseverance, the occasional wise strategic move, and pretty decent experience and knowledge of the game helps me see it through. My next challenge will be, I believe, the Blitzkrieg, and that's going to be rough. They have a lot of problems as well. I am not very confident in my ability to do the Blitzkrieg in one try. But Scout's Honor, this was my first attempt with the Zenith Guard, going in fresh after the Rusting Hulks video series. Final score, 36,560. Not terrible. But that will wrap up the Zenith Guard. Thank you for watching, and join me next time. I'm curious to see how many tries Blitzkrieg will take me before I can get all 4 corporate islands out of the way. But that's for next time.